The show comes to you live from the Mile High City in Coors Field. It's the home opener of this new season between the Atlanta Braves and the Colorado Rockies. Folks around here in high spirits. Matt Vasgersian with you on a day that's been circled on their calendars since about midwinter. I'm joined by Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. The staffs for these two teams sure to be a focal point as this series moves along.
You know, I always think pitching and defense are the keys to success in the long run. So as the season gets started, it's going to be really important for this pitching staff to set a good tone. If they can get off on a good foot, it will do a lot for the confidence of the entire ball club.
All right, the stage is set. The starters get their final tosses in out in the bullpen, and we've got a good one in store for you, folks. Play-by-play is coming up next. And now a moment to show. Here's Nolan Arenado. He was 1 for 4 with a 2-bagger in yesterday's game.
Arenado.
First delivery to him on the way. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. Guys, one of D-Rose former employers, the Braves, as they begin play here this afternoon. They come off another loss last time out, and in fact, they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, Matty, this team's in the grind part of their schedule right now. Just had a short homestand, able to say hello to the family, kiss the wife, tuck the kids in at night, and they're back on the road again. This should be interesting to see the energy this team plays with today.
Three and 0 now.
He's gotten himself into a little bit of trouble out here. Middle of the order up in a run-scoring situation, and now he might have to challenge him. Going to have to make some good pitches here.
And set up behind the plate, Rusty Valentine, as you see the rest of the umpiring crew for this one.
Dan, Rusty Valentine behind the dish tonight. He is north-south without question, letters to knees.
Well, I tell you what, he really favors a power pitcher. If you can consistently pitch at about the chest level and above, he'll call that high strike zone.
The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0.
Boy, this one looked like it was headed for extra bases off the bat. Instead, a line drive bullet caught in the alley, but he does end up getting a sacrifice fly.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
Ozzie Albies.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. To third. Gloved by Arenado. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second. Stepping into the box, Nolan Arenado, a Silver Slugger winner a year ago in the National League.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Infield in the overshift here, now the pitch. And this is taken outside for ball 1.
Hey, let's not sugarcoat it. He's had a rough couple innings. He's going to have to find a way, whether it be mechanically or mentally, to be able to stay in this game.
To short. And there's one away.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
So next it'll be the number 4 batter for the Rockies, Nolan Arenado. He was a ground out victim last time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Inciarte is in his tracks now, and there's the second out of the inning. It's fair to say that Here's Ender Inciarte. No career numbers to talk about for this matchup. The 2-2. At third, Arenado. In time to first, and there are 2 away. Stepping up now, Nolan Arenado. These two have not faced each other at the major league level.
Nolan Arenado.
Here comes the first pitch. Hit in the air to left. Acuna's there for it. He's got it 1 away. Stepping into the box, Nolan Arenado, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First offering on its way. Ball 1. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. On the ground toward the hole, and it's through. A base hit. He's in there at the plate, and we are tied here in the 8th.
You know, D-Row, in today's game, it's not easy scoring in the late innings, so that RBI base hit to tie things up, that comes at a really good time.
Yeah, I say it's not easy. They got 11 guys in the bullpen, and I don't think a guy throws under 97 miles an hour with sink and cut. That is unbelievable he's able to get that knock in that big spot.
And that'll bring up the speedy outfielder David Dahl. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. And here's a swing and a miss, and that, folks, is a big out number 2.
That was a big strikeout there, guys. The best pitchers have the ability to strike guys out when they really need to, and that second out was really important at this point of the game. Could be something we look back on later when the game's over.
Murphy over at second. Arenado on at first with 2 down. Takes this the other way to right. And that is down for extra bases as that ought to plate the go-ahead run and maybe another. And the runner will score from second. On to third, but he's in safely as 2 runs come across to score, and they grab the lead.
Well, that's a huge base hit right there, dear. We're getting late into this one, and that gives them the lead by 2.
Yeah, that could be a backbreaker right there. We'll see how this one ends up, but nice job to get that knock right there to drive in a pair.
At the plate, Nolan Arenado. It was an RBI single for him in his last plate appearance.
Nolan Arenado.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Sharp ground ball toward the hole. Camargo's got it. And there's out number 2. 15-11 our final in this one. The Braves get the win on the heels of 4 home runs. Sam Freeman earns his 3rd win of the year in relief. A night better suited perhaps to be in a ski lodge somewhere, but we're at Coors Field in Colorado. Tonight, game 2 of this 3-game weekend. Tyler Anderson will be on the mound for the Rocks. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, lefty Tyler Anderson, he has really turned some heads the last couple of years. Good fastball, 93 to 95, and he's a strike thrower. He's not afraid to throw the ball inside the strike zone. A quality pitcher. The only thing he's been lacking is experience.
Here comes the first pitch. And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Well, boys, these Braves, as they take the field here tonight, they come in here hoping to make it 2 in a row as they broke a 3-game skid with a victory last time out.
Yeah, Matty, they started yesterday off on the right foot. If they can put together 2 games in a row, a lot of positive vibes start happening. You never know. This could be a jump start to big things.
Murphy, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. And it's 1-2.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to take. 0-2 fastball, just off the corner, and I mean just off the corner.
Still 1-2. The 1-2. Line drive to center field. Duvall is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. So stepping in, Nolan Arenado hit it hard but lined out in his first at bat.
Nolan Arenado.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And he gets ahead 0-1. Third inning here. 3-1 our score. Hit sharply on the ground. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down. At the plate, Nolan Arenado. He'll step in to start things out here against Kevin Gossman. First delivery to him on the way. Chopped weakly to the left. And that's the first out. Here's Nolan Arenado. It's been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
And the indication from the dugout comes, it looks like they're going to put him on intentionally, so that'll set up the double play possibility with 1 away. At the plate, David Dahl. He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. He's set. Here's the 2-2. And here's a swing and a miss. And that, folks, is a big out number 2. Digging in to try it again, Ian Desmond. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. And there's a line drive base hit to left field. And they'll quickly get it in here to hold that runner at third base.
That pitcher's got to be shaking his head right now. You got to tip your cap right there. I'm still always impressed when offensive players are able to come out of the zone and still be able to make hard contact.
Here's Ryan McMahon now. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Murphy at third. Arenado on second. Desmond at first. 2 out in the inning. Now this is on the ground to second. Is he going to get out of this? Over to first. He does get out of it, and the inning is over. And it's a 4-3 finish in this evening's ball game. The Colorado Rockies hosted a 3-run first to propel them to the win. Sun Hwan-oh. Afternoon baseball for you on a fine Sunday afternoon from Coors Field in Denver. Today it's the rubber man. Antonio Senzatella is on the mound for the Rockies in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Boy, Senzatella has really made a name for himself. Another one of the strong-arm, big-arm guys that have come out of the Colorado Rockies minor league system. 94 to 96 miles an hour. Good sinking action. Love his slider. It's good.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. Now at the plate, Nolan Arenado. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Nolan Arenado.
Here's the first pitch to him. Here's the first pitch chopped foul right at home plate, and that's the first strike. Murphy is off at first with 2 away. And he takes this one high, 1-1. Now time asked for and granted by the home plate umpire. Here's Arenado with a drive, well hit to left and deep. Over the bleachers and onto the concourse, a home run. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. 7 home runs for him on the year now, as the Rockies have taken a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, and that's what you call a dream scenario or an absolute nightmare, depending on your viewpoint. A power pitcher on the bump and a power hitter at the plate. A plus B equals see you later.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Popped him up. Story is there. 2 gone. Ready to take his hacks again, Nolan Arenado, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
We all know this guy's a real good fastball hitter. We saw how far he could hit one. He got a fastball that he liked.
Pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Looking up Acuna into the bleachers and gone. Nolan Arenado touches them all. His second of the game as they pile on. It's now 6-0. The long ball is playing in this one. That was the 4th blast of the game so far for this lineup. Dan, D-Row, what are your thoughts on what they're doing as a team so far? Settling in now, Nolan Arenado. Previously against Vizcaíno, not a big sample size, 0 for 1.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, Arenado has collected just over 150 home runs in his big league days. Now a check swing, but it's strike 1 anyway, says the home plate umpire.
So he threw the slider darting away to him 2 times in a row. Now I don't think he'll go for it again. I'm looking for something hard inside on this pitch.
Got a big pass at a slider that gets past him. And now before the 1-2, time is called at home plate. 6 runs, 9 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for the Rockies so far. Starting to go around, but it's a called 3rd strike anyway, and that will retire this. Now in the box, Nolan Arenado. It was a backwards K, a strikeout looking for him in his last at-bat. Here's his splitter that's taken for a ball, 1-1. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Out of here to the deepest part of the yard. So a 2-run shot to left center, his 3rd home run of the ball game, as this is now a 7-run ball game.
Well, talk about having a day. 3 home runs in one game. We've heard about the hat trick in hockey, but it's awfully hard to do that in a baseball game.
Digging in the switch hitter, Ozzie Albies, starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. But these guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
It's always nice to give your fans at home something to cheer about, and they definitely did that right here, coming through with a big win at home.
A 9-2 finish at the end of this contest. The Rockies led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Antonio Senzatella earns his first win of the season. Julio Teheran permitted 6 earned runs to come across in the losing effort. So that's it for us this afternoon. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, log on to theshownation.com.
The final line score for the ball game this afternoon for the victorious Rockies: 9 runs, 14 hits, with 1 error. They left 6.